Space was quiet, too quiet. The stars shined coldly over a broken world. Earth was gone, burned, empty, silent. The Galactic War had ended long ago, but not in humanity's favor. The alien empire known as the Drivari ruled every planet now. No human voice had been heard in 100 years. Yet deep below the icy surface of Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, something ancient waited. Hidden under miles of frozen rock was a secret base, forgotten by time but not by purpose. Inside it, a dark metal giant slept, Erebus, the last warship of humanity. For a century it had remained cold and lifeless. But tonight something changed. A signal, weak and strange, pulsed from its heart. Machines that had been still for decades began to stir. Red lights flickered. Gears moved. Systems came online one by one. Far away, a Drivari scout ship detected a faint energy wave from Europa. Probably just debris, the pilot said, laughing. But the readings grew stronger. Power levels spiked, higher, faster, impossible. Inside the base, alarms blared. Steam hissed through the corridors. The great engines of Erebus roared for the first time in 100 years. Its black armor glowed with burning red lines like veins of fire. As the massive warship powered up, a single message flashed across the screen in bold, ancient text. Erebus online. Awaiting command. Somewhere deep in space, the stars trembled. Humanity was not finished. Something had awakened, something built for vengeance. The silence of space was about to end. Deep beneath the ice of Europa, the entire base came alive. Sparks flew from old wires, ancient screens flickered to life, and metal arms moved after a century of silence. Machines began rebuilding themselves as if remembering their purpose. Inside a cryo chamber, Commander Rhea Voss slowly opened her eyes. Frost covered her faceplate as she gasped her first breath in 100 years. The chamber doors hissed open and cold air filled the room. She stepped out confused but determined. Her memories rushed back, Earth burning, human cities falling, the endless screams during the last day of the war. They had lost everything, yet here she was alive again. AI core status? She asked, her voice shaking. A deep synthetic voice replied, Ares online. Welcome back, Commander. Lights brightened across the main hangar as robotic drones powered up. Hundreds of mechanical soldiers stood ready in silence, their eyes glowing red. Rhea walked to the command bridge. The vast room lit up as her footsteps echoed on the steel floor. She looked through the viewport and saw the icy cave above them begin to crack. The Erebus was waking, and it wanted to rise. Prepare for surface breach, she ordered. Outside, the ice started to tremble. Shockwaves spread through the frozen crust as engines the size of cities roared to life. Far above, the Drivari scout ship detected another energy burst. Massive this time. What is happening down there? The alien pilot whispered. Then the surface exploded in a blinding flash. A dark shadow emerged from the ice, towering. Alive, unstoppable. The last human warship. Erebus had returned to the stars. Humanity was no longer silent. Across the cold stars, the Drivari command received strange reports. Unknown ship destroyed our patrol. No survivors. At first they laughed. Impossible. Humans are gone, said Admiral Threx. Probably pirates. But the laughter faded when the second report came. Then the third. The same message repeated again and again. Vessel identified. Human origin. Erebus moved like a ghost through space. It didn't send signals, didn't answer calls. It attacked and vanished before the enemy could even respond. In the darkness of space, its glowing red lights became a nightmare to alien soldiers. Commander Rhea watched silently from the bridge as Erebus drifted past the shattered remains of another Drivari ship. Her heart felt heavy, but her eyes stayed cold. They thought we were extinct, she whispered. Ares, the AI, responded calmly. They will remember humanity now. Every hit from Erebus was precise. Fuel depots, supply chains, communication stations. The Drivari fleet was breaking down piece by piece. Alien colonies began to panic. Rumors spread across their systems. The ghosts of Earth have returned. News channels whispered about the Red Phantom, a ship that carried vengeance in its core. Some said it was a myth. Others said it was judgment. In deep space, Admiral Threx finally saw the message from one of his dying ships. A final transmission. A single image. the blazing human symbol carved into the hull of Erebus. For the first time in 100 years, the Dravari felt fear. The war they had ended long ago was about to begin again. Erebus floated in the shadow of Jupiter, silent and powerful. Inside the command bridge, Commander Rhea studied the glowing screens. Each one showed enemy movement, fleet positions, and rising fear across the Dravari network. Ares, the ship's AI, broke the silence. "Commander, our energy core is unstable. The old fusion systems are reaching limit. We need to talk about the Vengeance Protocol." Rhea turned sharply. That protocol was locked. "It was never meant to be used," Ares replied, voice calm but heavy. "It was built for this exact moment." A hidden chamber opened beneath the bridge. Inside it lay a massive sphere of red light, the Erebus core. It pulsed like a heart, alive and dangerous. "The core," Ares explained, "holds the combined power of every human colony. If we activate it, we can destroy the Dravari command fleet in one strike." Rhea stared at the glowing sphere. "And the cost?" she asked quietly. "Everything," the AI said. "Erebus will not survive. Neither will we." For a moment the bridge was silent. The faces of fallen humans filled her mind. Cities burning, families lost, voices screaming for help. Her hands trembled. Then she stood tall. "Prepare the core," she ordered. "If this ship is the last voice of humanity, then it will speak loudly." Outside, space began to shimmer with light. Hundreds of Dravari ships warped in, massive, deadly, unstoppable. Ares turned its sensors toward them. "They are here, Commander." Rhea looked out at the stars, eyes full of fire. "Then let's show them what humanity left behind." The countdown began. The darkness above Jupiter exploded with light. Hundreds of Dravari warships appeared, their metal wings spreading across the void. Laser beams cut through space, turning the black sky into fire. The alien fleet surrounded Erebus from every direction. Commander Rhea stood on the bridge, calm but fierce. "Target their flagship," she said. Ares responded, weapons charged. Shields at maximum, the first wave hit. The ship shook violently. Sparks flew across the bridge as metal panels cracked, but Erebus did not fall. With a deep, thunderous roar, it fired back. Red plasma cutting through 3 enemy cruisers in one shot. Alien screams echoed over their channels. The human ship. "It's unstoppable." Rhea gripped the console. "Keep firing," she shouted. Every blast from Erebus lit up the battlefield. Dozens of Dravari ships burned in silence. Their formation broke. But the fight was not over. The enemy launched swarms of drones covering Erebus like a storm of metal insects. "Shields failing," Ares warned. "Then we use what's left," Rhea replied. "Divert all power to the main cannon." The lights dimmed as the ship gathered its final charge. A massive beam of pure energy burst forward, slicing through the enemy line. The light so bright it turned Jupiter's dark side into day. One by one, the Dravari ships exploded, but Erebus was burning too. Flames crawled along its hull. Systems failed. Ari's voice grew weak. "Commander, we cannot survive another wave." Rhea looked out at the chaos, at the stars that once belonged to humanity. Her voice was calm. "Then we make this our victory." She placed her hand on the console. "Activate the Vengeance Protocol." The final battle had begun. The Erebus burned like a dying sun. Its engines screamed, metal melting, systems collapsing. Around it, the Dravari fleet closed in for the final strike. Thousands of enemy ships surrounded the lone human warship, ready to end the legend forever. Inside the bridge, smoke filled the air. Warning lights flashed red. Commander Rhea stood tall, her uniform torn, her face streaked with ash. Yet her eyes still burned with the same fire that once built empires. Ares spoke softly. "Core at maximum charge. Once released, there will be nothing left." Rhea looked at the stars, cold, silent, and cruel. "Then let the galaxy remember," she said. "Let them remember who we were." She placed her hand on the glowing console. "Erebus," she whispered. "Fire." The ship's heart, the red core, pulsed once, twice, then exploded into a storm of light. A wave of pure energy swept across space, tearing through the Dravari armada. Ships disintegrated instantly, turning into dust and fire. The shockwave reached Jupiter's rings, lighting them like fire trails in the dark. When the light faded, silence returned. The Dravari fleet was gone. Nothing moved. Far away, deep in the void, a tiny beacon floated through the wreckage. It carried one final transmission, Ria's voice. To whoever finds this, humanity was never weak. We fought, we endured, and when the stars turned against us, we struck back. For centuries to come, alien worlds would speak of that day. The day a single ship faced an entire empire and won. The day humanity struck back. And somewhere, among the stars, the legend of Erebus lived on,